Why do predator ignore sleeping human? Maybe yeah, in a freaking cave. It's hard to find a cave. Maybe.
Asleep, completely out, drooling on your
Ah.
pillow, probably snoring, zero awareness of the world around you.
Yeah.
You are, by every biological definition, helpless. Now imagine you're not in your bedroom.
Mhm.
You're in a tent, a thin piece of nylon, like embarrassingly thin, separating you from a forest full of animals that could absolutely end you if they felt like it. Lions, bears, wolves, leopards, creatures that can hear your
Lion, bear, wolf.
heartbeat from across a clearing, smell you from a mile away, and see perfectly in the dark while you're just lying there with your eyes closed. And yet, you wake up in the morning,
Everything is scary,
every
right?
single time.
As a child, even death is not scary because you live enough, right? Yeah. Poverty is the scariest thing, maybe. Yep.
Why? Seriously. Think about this for a
Is death as scary as poverty? Yeah, it's getting close, right? But still.
second. A sleeping human is just meat. Why? Seriously. Think about this for a second. A sleeping human is just meat. Slow meat.
Yeah, slow meat. Sure.
Quiet meat.
Fresh meat.
Meat that can't fight back, can't run.
That's freedom from poverty. Oh, that's a good line. Yep. Have you choose death yet? No, because you're rich. I know it.
Can barely even register
Yeah.
that.
If I'm a scalper, yep. Yep. I'm smelling. I'm smelling the product that you pre-order online. I'm gonna scalp that shit though, because you're, yep. They know you're gonna. I don't know, man. Oh, and what I said didn't even make sense.
Something's happening until it's already happening. You'd think predators would be circling campsites every night like some kind of all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yep.
But they're not. They almost never are.
They almost
And
never.
the reason they're not, it's not one thing. It's never just one thing. There are several layered explanations, each one more.
I swear, this voiceover is in a lot of channel. This kind of sounds exactly like the guy in Charisma in Comment. I already say this like before. He's probably running a lot of similar channel and just milking and making a lot of cash.
Fascinating than the last. And together, they paint this picture of a strange, invisible agreement between humans and the wild. An agreement that goes back
What kind of agreement? Is this some kind of wishy-washy stuff? Come on now.
further than civilization, further than agriculture, further than anything we normally think of as human history. This
Really?
goes deep. Let's go. Start with the thing that sounds like an ego
Agreement with the beast? Do not eat you when you're sleeping?
trip, but is actually just biology. You are terrifying. Not you specifically. You, right now, watching or reading this, are probably fine.
Yep. No, do not underestimate me. You know what I'm capable of.
Not particularly scary. But humans as a species, to predators, we are genuinely, deeply.
Yeah, we are apex predator. This is how we run the world. Dinosaur is already extinct and we are still here. Yep.
Evolutionarily
We haven't extinct yet.
frightening. Not in a way that's obvious from looking at us. We don't have claws, we're not fast, we're not particularly strong for our size.
Yep.
We can't even see well in the dark.
Yeah, small dick.
On paper, we're kind of a disaster as an animal. And yet,
Alright.
in the dark.
No, keep my stream family friendly.
On paper, we're kind of a disaster
No claw, no speed, no strength, no night vision. Yep. No dream, no desire.
as an animal.
His personality bad like Ezra Miller. Who is Ezra Miller? Otherwise, they've been great.
And yet, a study published in 2019.
No, I'm not back. No, don't bring back my dark side. No, we are not going there. Yep.
By researchers.
I'm not going towards the dark side. No, I'm reformed. I take a month's break and I'm transformed
UC
into a new little wholesome leaf.
Santa Cruz found something remarkable. They played audio recordings of human voices near mountain lions, also called pumas or cougars, in the Santa Cruz
Cougar. I never seen a cougar before.
mountains in California.
Call you
Normal human voices, people just talking.
American tiger.
Pumas fled.
Cougar.
They fled at the
Old lady, I think you're tripping. What the
same rate
fuck?
they fled from the sound of dogs bark.
What the fuck? My stream don't make you laugh now? What the? Well, I'm useless.
And in many cases, even faster. These are animals that take down full-grown deer like it's nothing.
Blood Mao. What is that?
Animals that can drag a up a steep hill.
Yeah.
Animals that are objectively absolute units of predatory efficiency.
What it mean, bro? Legacy. I play game. I play game too. Man.
Hill. Animals that are objectively absolute units of predatory efficiency. And they heard a podcast and ran. That wasn't a one-off
What? They hear a podcast from
predatory efficiency. And they heard a podcast and
maybe it's a very bad podcast.
that wasn't a one-off
Yo,
result. The same research showed that pumas abandoned food
abandoned food.
they'd already killed, food they were in the process of eating when they heard human voices nearby. They left their meal on the ground and moved away from the sound. From a survival standpoint, that's an enormous cost. A predator giving up a kill is basically working
It's basically suicide. Yep.
for free. The calories burned to
Yep. We are not here to fool around. Yeah. It's like doing a business and you're not charging money. This is why I hate a customer who can't pay her. They're technically not a customer. So there's no point of hating them, right? But they take your services and they don't pay money and they expect you to do like charity. Fuck that. No. I'm here to get paid. Yep.
make that kill don't get replenished.
I gotta
they
eat,
still-
man.
People did it. Because the discomfort of being near humans
Do you just reinvent the whole? Yep. I mean, you maybe invent the whole thing though. This discomfort near human.
outweighed the cost of hunger. That result confirmed something biologists had been noticing across multiple continents and multiple species for a long
Okay. What's this? What's the ass of this bat look like extra big though? I don't know why. Maybe it's just the field illustration. It's not me.
time. Lions in Africa's Kruger National Park
Messenger. Jesus. Talking like you're some kind of like Moses or some Messiah or some shit. When you start react. Cool. I'm not paying attention to the video, my bad.
continents and multiple species for a long time.
Mm.
Lions in Africa's
Lock
Kruger
in.
National Park reduce their movement in areas with higher human activity.
Golden fresh human activity zone.
Tigers in India give wide berths to villages even when those villages sit in the middle of prime habitat. Tigers in India give wide berths to villages even when those villages sit in the middle of prime. Tigers in India give wide berths to villages
Give wide birth to villages.
even when those villages sit in the middle of prime habitat. Jaguars in the Amazon have adjusted their movement patterns to avoid locations where humans are regularly present.
Mm.
These aren't animals that are physically incapable of attacking. They're animals that have decided,
For human being because they're smart.
at a species level, over thousands of generations,
Yep.
that being near us
Yeah.
isn't worth it. And the reason for that is one of the most brutal facts in natural history. We have
lock in, guys.
been hunting and killing large predators for so long,
Last predator.
so effectively, that we have literally shaped their genetics. Think about the scope of that. Humans have been active predators for somewhere around 2 million years.
2 million years. Woo!
We hunted mammoths out of existence. We wiped megafauna off entire continents.
Yeah.
Giant sloths, woolly rhinos,
So he's saying that the predator just avoid us.
saber-toothed
Right.
cats,
Cool.
cave bears. Species that had survived ice ages vanished within thousands of years of humans arriving in their territories. In North America, we hunted wolves to near extinction across the entire continental landmass. We eliminated mountain lions from the entire. We shot, trapped, and poisoned predators so systematically and for so long that the ones alive today are descended from
Cautious gray predator ancestor.
the animals that were most careful around us. That's not a metaphor. That's natural selection. The lions that approached human camps too boldly got killed. The wolves that preyed on human settlements got hunted down.
Yeah, bitch. It's all gene. Yep. Yep. So the wolf that approached us, that gene didn't survive. This is why all the wolf now they are all extra big. They don't dare to attack a human camp. If you see a bear or a lion who's like attacking the human camp, right? That means it's a mutant. Yep. Because all the previous gene that did that already died out. So wow. You should be careful. It's a mutant, man. It's a mutant.
The predators that kept their distance, that treated humans as something to avoid
That's a lame thing to say.
rather than something to engage with, they survived. They reproduced. They passed that inherited caution to their offspring. Over thousands of years and thousands of generations, that caution became biological. It became instinct. It became the
Okay.
baseline behavior of every large predator that
Why was this tiger extra fat here? That's discrimination. Why is that? I don't know, man. Maybe it's just
shares space with humans today. So, when a leopard picks up your scent in the night,
leopard.
somewhere deep in its nervous system, a very old alarm goes off. Not a thought exactly. It's not sitting there consciously thinking about human history,
Mm,
but an ancient, wired in inherited signal that says, be careful around that thing. Don't engage. Move on.
yeah,
That
be a bitch. Retreat.
alarm has been passed down from every ancestor of that leopard that
Oh.
survived a close encounter.
Oh, this is why when you get rejected by a girl, right? You hurt you hurt a lot. Because it's a alarm that came from an ancient ancestor that tell you that you don't get accepted to a new tribe, and you get exalted from a new tribe because when you get rejected by a girl because you're not worthy and you're not a manly man, so you don't get to pass down your gene though, and your gene will die down in the gene pool in the future, and all of your previous ancestor they'll hold grudge against you. They'll haunt they'll become your worst nightmare and stuff. Yep, because you can't get laid. This is why rejection hurts so much. But it don't really matter because there's still a lot of bitch out there. But I shouldn't use the word bitch that much though.
With
So it's a
humans.
sexist term.
It's a biological memory, and it runs deep. Now, let's talk about your smell.
All right, cool.
You've probably never really thought about how you smell because you're surrounded by other humans all the time and you've normalized it completely. But to a predator operating with a nose that's anywhere from 10 times to 100,000 times more
100,000 times?
sensitive than yours, depending on the species, you are broadcasting an enormous, detailed, and deeply strange chemical signal. Bears
Okay.
have a sense of smell estimated to be about 7 times stronger than a bloodhound's. Wolves can detect scents from nearly 2 miles away under the right conditions, bloodhounds. Bears have a sense of smell estimated to be about 7 times stronger than a bloodhound's. Wolves
Sure.
can detect scents from nearly 2 miles away under the right conditions. Big cats have a specialized organ in the roof of their mouths, the Jacobson's organ, that
Jacobson what?
big cats have a specialized organ in the roof of their mouths, the Jacobson's organ, that
Jacobson's
essentially
organ.
lets them taste the air and analyze chemical information at a level we can barely imagine.
Wow. That's some superpower.
When these animals encounter a sleeping human,
Taste the air and analyze the situation. Wow. There's
they are
some tech.
receiving a flood of olfactory data. And a lot of that data is just wrong. You smell wrong.
Cool.
You smell like synthetic fabrics like nylon and polyester
Polyester.
and whatever chemicals were used in the manufacturing process. You smell like processed food, the meal you ate hours ago, the snacks in your bag. You smell like soap and
So it
shampoo
means the predator they can smell us.
and
Yeah. Is
sunscreen
that what it's
and
saying?
insect repellent, artificial compounds that has no analog anywhere in the natural world. Beneath all of that, underneath the layers of
Okay, this
modern
part of
human
this
life,
the
you
video. I think you guys probably think this part of the video is a bit boring.
smell
yeah?
like a primate, which is something but
Because
it's
me
not the
too.
thing. Not the deer or the wildebeest or the
Okay,
rabbit
sure.
that these
I'm
predators
still waiting.
have
What's
evolved
the
over millions of years to recognize and hunt. A predator's hunting instinct is not generic.
not generic?
It's not a vague desire to kill things that moves. It's a finely tuned system calibrated to specific prey. A wolf's predatory response is triggered by the movement patterns of ungulates. A lion's strike mechanism is activated by the shape and speed and smell of animals it has hunted thousands of times. You don't fit the pattern. You're not in the system. You're an anomaly.
Oh, so we are not the. Yep, we are not the prey. We are the predator.
And anomalies trigger caution rather than aggression in most predators. There's also the campfire effect,
Cautious. Yep.
which is one of the most underrated things humans have ever figured out.
Yep. It's like a new kid came into class, right? And the bully don't know what to do because it's a new kid. So he don't know if this kid come from a rich family or this kid has some kind of connection here or what. Yeah, but I think if the bullies are truly obnoxious, if you still bully the new kid, right, that really doesn't matter. So a bully is a bully.
Fire is one of the only
That's a bad analogy.
stimuli that produces a near universal fear response across virtually all land animals.
Yep.
It's not a learned behavior. It's not something animals
Human being is such a bitch though. We need a fire to kind of like, scare off the wild animal. Can we survive ourselves without the fire? That's an important question to ask, right?
Animals figure out from experience.
Do you guys think so?
It's
Yep.
It's ancient.
Mm.
Animals that were afraid of fire in the wild survived wildfires by
Yep.
running.
Thank you. I think we found a fire because Prometheus give the fire to us, right? Prometheus stole it from Zeus and give the fire to us. Yep. That's what I learned in science class. Fire saved primal. Yep. Fire saved primal humans from bees. Primal human from bees. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Animals that weren't afraid of fire didn't.
Fire light up your room too when you're unemployed.
The fear is so deeply embedded that laboratory-raised animals who have never been near fire
Yep. When you're so unemployed, right? Using a fire. Yep. Like a lighter because you can't pay your electricity bill. So yep. Prometheus. Oh yeah. Yep.
in their lives will show avoidance behavior at the smell of smoke.
My science teacher is a bitch.
It goes
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
never been near fire in their lives will show avoidance
I
behavior
believe in Greek mythology rather
at
than
the smell of
science.
smoke. It goes that deep into the evolutionary code. Humans discovered fire somewhere between 1 and 2 million years ago. And for most of that time, sleeping next to a fire has been standard operating.
But in 2020, it's nothing compared to Roblox. Yeah. We discovered Roblox and 5 years ago. And it's a giant achievement.
Procedure. We weren't doing it just for warmth or to cook. We were doing it maybe without knowing it consciously. Because it works as a repellent. A campfire doesn't just keep you warm, it broadcasts a signal into the surrounding dark that says something dangerous is here, something that controls fire, something that should be avoided.
Something that control fire. Yeah.
The predators got
I should be a bitch and turn back. If I'm truly a hungry and a really like alpha lion, do I really care about like some fire? Come on, man, who care? Yeah, I'll probably think, oh, this motherfucker is using fire to kind of try to blunt me or something. Is blunt the right word? Yeah, and I'll just charge in. and just enjoy my little meal here. I don't care about like fire. Come on, give me a break. Yep, I can just, delete the fire with, just by swinging my mane a little bit.
message. And they've been getting it for so long that the message doesn't even need to be decoded anymore. It just triggers avoidance automatically. You figured that out before you figured out farming, before you figured out pottery or writing or architecture. Fire first. Smart move, honestly. Now let's tackle the biggest myth about predators, because movies have spent decades getting this completely wrong. Predators are
Really? So you're smarter than the movie? Yep. All right. Let me increase the volume. Okay, I can't even increase the volume. It's already maxed out.
not reckless.
Predator not reckless.
This is so important.
That's cringe. I already know the volume is maxed out. Predators are not reckless.
The image of the apex predator as this fearless, unstoppable killing machine that attacks anything within range is fiction.
Yeah.
Pure fiction.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The monster in the movie always appear like so stupid. Don't you guys think so? I mean, like Frankenstein is such a They always portray the monster as some kind of like stupid. I mean, in modern movie maybe it's better. In the older horror movie, right? All the vampire and stuff, all the monsters, they're Incredible Hulk, right? They look so stupid.
In reality, large predators are extraordinarily careful about what they engage with because they have to be. A lion doesn't have health insurance. A wolf doesn't have sick days.
How to describe some bear just crash into some kind of like convenience store in Atlanta or Florida, something like that. Yeah.
One serious injury, a broken
Oh, I see that kind of news all the time though in Australia too. Where bear will just walk inside a convenience store and just steal some candy.
leg, a deep bite wound, a damaged eye can mean a slow death by starvation.
Oh yeah.
In the wild, injuries don't heal at the vet. They either heal on their own while the animal somehow still has to eat and hunt, or they don't heal and the animal dies. This means every single decision a predator makes about whether to engage with something is a survival calculation.
Sure.
Is the caloric value of this target worth the risk of injury? Is this prey item familiar enough that I know how it will behave? is the chance of a successful hunt
Pre-item. That's a weird word. Pre-item. It's like this. Yeah. This deer is on the menu or something in the restaurant.
high enough to justify the energy expenditure? A sleeping human fails this calculation in multiple ways. First, unfamiliarity.
I'm familiar.
A predator
Yep.
is most confident attacking prey it knows. It's watched the prey animal hundreds of times. It knows how a zebra runs, where its blind spots are,
Uh-huh.
how it kicks when it panics. It does not know how a human will respond. Humans are wildly unpredictable. We might wake up screaming. We might have tools nearby. We might have other humans nearby who will respond. We might thrash in completely unexpected ways. For a predator trying to minimize risk, that level of uncertainty is a massive red
All right. Basically, he's saying like the predator is still dumber than us. Yep.
flag. Second, the size question. Humans, when they stand
Yep.
up, are
TLDR.
actually pretty big. We're tall, upright, and our bipedal posture, standing on two legs, makes us appear larger and more
Not for the bad. Not comparing to a battle.
imposing than most
Are we that
prey
big?
animals of equivalent weight. Researchers studying predator-prey dynamics have noted that bipedalism is itself a kind of threat display. Standing upright is what gorillas do when
Yep. It's a way to assert our dominance.
they want to intimidate. It's what
Yeah.
bears do when they want to look threatening. A creature that walks around like that all the
Yep. And some of us they have that big ass too. Yep. Ascend
time
vanish.
as its default
Bye.
mode
Thanks
reads
for
as
being here.
inherently assertive
That big ass and big chest too.
to other animals. Even asleep, the silhouette of a human shape is unusual in a way that doesn't say easy meal.
For always
The
spamming.
silhouette of a human shape is unusual in a way that doesn't say easy meal. Third, and maybe most importantly, why bother? There are almost always easier
What the fuck is this? All right. That's terrible. Who draw this? Yeah. I look like a lovely freak.
A predator with a healthy territory and a functional ecosystem has access
Yo, this lion looks so dumb.
to prey it knows.
Oh man.
Prey it's comfortable hunting, prey that fits its biological template. Going after something strange, unknown, and potentially dangerous when there's a perfectly available impala or rabbit in the vicinity makes
Yeah. Wow. This lion looks sexy.
no
Oh, yeah.
sense from a survival standpoint. The risk-reward math just doesn't work out.
Okay, so basically he's saying that, yeah, they go for the easy prey. Though. That is safe, but there's no pride in it. You know,
Here's something else that almost never comes up in these
guess it's all about survival. They don't care about honor and pride, right? This is why we are a better. We run this world, yeah, because we have active and moral and all that shit.
Your sleep is not as deep as you think. This is actually one of the more astonishing things about human biology. We experience sleep in cycles. You go down into deep, slow wave sleep, then you come back up into lighter stages, including
Lighter
REM sleep,
stages.
where your brain is actually quite active. And during those lighter stages, researchers have found that your brain remains surprisingly responsive to the environment around you.
Ooh.
External sounds still get processed. Unfamiliar noises are more likely to break through into awareness than familiar ones. Scientists call this the sentinel function of sleep. The idea is that even while resting, animals, including humans, maintain a partial watch on the environment. Your brain, during light sleep stages,
Okay.
is still
Okay.
filtering sensory input and flagging things that seem unusual or threatening. A twig snapping loudly nearby, the sound of a large animal moving through brush, a change in the air pressure and smell that comes with something large approaching. These things can pull you toward waking faster than you might
Woo.
expect. This
Yeah.
is not an accident. The humans in our evolutionary history
So
who
what is he trying to
slept too
say?
deeply, who were completely unresponsive to nighttime threats, were more likely to not wake up at all. The lighter sleepers, the ones who could go from asleep to on their feet in seconds, were the ones who survived and reproduced. Over hundreds of thousands of years,
Okay, so they wouldn't dare to attack us because some of us would just like wake up like instantly and fuck them up. Oh,
human
cool.
sleep got tuned to stay light enough to respond to threats. We sleep lighter and in shorter cycles than most large mammals, partly because our evolutionary legacy assumed there would always be things in the dark worth waking up for.
Oh, that kind of makes sense though. Now I know. Yeah, why I wake up so much? You know, I wake up a lot in the middle of the night to go to pee though. So I don't think it's because I'm alerting that some kind of danger that's lurking on me, right? But fuck, man. Yeah, one of the worst thing about aging is like you pee a lot. I think I can pee like I avoid like drinking any water 1 hour before I sleep, and I still can pee sometime like 2 3 times in the night. That's I don't know, man. I don't know where that fluid come from.
So while you feel completely helpless when you're
Yeah.
unconscious, you're actually running a fairly sophisticated early warning system. Not perfect, not foolproof, but present.
You guys pee a lot at night.
Not perfect,
No perfect, no full. What?
not foolproof, but present. And then there's the group factor. Humans are
It's
almost
like a system that you're still running when you're sleeping, like the security system.
never actually alone when they camp. We travel in groups, sleep in groups, and those groups respond collectively.
Now I feel bad. Yeah, I always do things alone though.
Predators across the animal kingdom understand group dynamics at a deep level because their prey animals also form groups. A wildebeest in the middle of a herd is much safer than a wildebeest at the edge. A fish in the center of a school is much harder to target than one that's been separated. Predators
Scalpers boys.
don't just attack prey.
Oh no, sorry, I'm not watching that. And I'm watching this, right?
They hunt for separation.
Yeah.
They look for the isolated.
Most of the weird that I see from suggestion, right? I probably wouldn't watch though. I'm gonna pick the video that I think will be beneficial and that most people want to watch when they watch my stream and stuff. So sorry, cars. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know you care a lot about Scalper. Yeah.
the one that's fallen behind, the one
After this, I gotta go. Yeah.
that's been cut off from the group. A camp full of sleeping humans is a group, and not
Sorry. Yeah.
a group that when
Not
one
gonna do
member
that.
wakes up and makes noise,
Yeah.
and not just any group. Off from the group.
Don't get
A
too.
camp full
Uh.
of sleeping humans
Yeah.
is a group, and not just any group. A group that when one member wakes up and makes noise, will likely wake up the others. That collective response is deeply unappealing to a will likely wake up the others. That when one member wakes up and makes noise, will likely wake up the others. That collective response is deeply unappealing to a predator trying to make a clean, low-risk kill. The
Yeah. That's pretty
risk of a hunt
self-explanatory.
going wrong,
I already know this. I already know this.
of turning into a chaotic group defense situation, is exactly the kind of thing predators are evolved to avoid. Now, let's be honest about something, because this video would be irritating
What's the thing about Scalper's boys? Yeah.
if it wasn't. None of this means you're untouchable. The
Making a booper.
attacks that do happen,
That's kind of
and
funny.
they do happen,
Yeah, the scalper thing kind of like blow out because of, yeah. I think I saw that the kind of news the first time I heard about scalper is from Moist Critica. He talked about the Pokemon card scalper situation and it's kind of funny. There's a whole economy behind it. And maybe one day I'll watch some scalper video, but right now no.
follow a consistent pattern. They almost always involve circumstances that have broken the normal rules.
Hey, lock in,
A predator that's
lock
injured and
in.
can't hunt its normal prey. A predator that's starving because its habitat has been destroyed and its usual food sources are gone. A predator that's had so much contact with humans that it's lost its inherited wariness. This happens disturbingly fast when animals are fed by tourists or come to associate human presence with food rather than danger. Or a predator that's simply old and desperate, past its physical prime, unable to catch the prey it used to hunt. The lions of Tsavo in Kenya are the most famous.
Oh, that's one of the saddest thing ever. If I watched those kind of documentary before where they talk, where they kind of like, yeah, from the whole life cycle of a tiger or the tribe, right? Yeah, they call it what? The pride. I think they call it the pride. Yeah, the lion gang, right? They call it the pride, and it's very sad when a predator get old and they can't hunt anymore. And what slowly awaits him is death. And it's a very brutal thing though. It's a very brutal thing. And yeah, imagine you used to rule a pride and now you're too old for that, and you're just gonna get overthrown by the younger cub. So and the younger lion is gonna take all your girls too. Yeah,
unable to catch the
that's
prey.
brutal. That's brutal. I think it happens in human life too, but there's a lot of like, older, richer people who still can get girls. So
It used to hunt. The
yeah,
lions
happen to girls too. Yeah,
of Tsavo in Kenya are the most
Tsavo
famous
look-
example. In 1898, 2 male lions attacked and killed somewhere between 35 and
What?
135
What the fuck? When is that?
in Kenya are the most famous example. In 1898,
Oh, 1898. Okay, cool. I thought it's very recent. It's like, okay, it's like 100 plus years ago.
2 male lions attacked and killed somewhere between
2 male lion can kill like 40 plus people? Wow.
35 and
That is
135 railway workers over about 9 months. The historical records disagree on the number.
over 9 months. I thought it's just, a few days.
And the
That's
legend
crazy.
grew in the retelling. But what's often left out is that these were unusual lions. Both were maneless, which is atypical. One had severe dental damage that likely made its normal prey much harder to hunt. These weren't representative of lion behavior.
Holy shit. But they are capable to do that. That's the thing. They kill over, on average, 50, 60 people in 9 months. They only hunt human being. That's only done by 2 tiger.
They were exceptions created by exceptional circumstances.
Oh yeah.
The Champawat tiger, responsible for
That's crazy story.
an estimated 436 deaths in India and Nepal in the early 1900s, was later found by the hunter Jim Corbett to have been shot in the mouth at some earlier point, shattering 2 of its canine teeth. It could no longer hunt its natural prey effectively.
Oh, yep. I guess yeah. Yeah, human being is not even their top choice in their menu though. Yeah, maybe our flesh is just not.
It had been
it's just
pushed
not tasty for the animal.
by injury and then by habitat encroachment into hunting the only prey that was consistently available and physically manageable.
Yep.
The pattern repeats across almost every
We are their last option. Yeah, that's good and sounds kind of sad at the same time.
documented case of large predator attacks on humans in camp
We are so enticing for the predator.
or at rest. Something broke. The normal calculation changed. The inherited caution got overridden by desperation, which means the
Desperation,
rule
wait.
holds almost universally in conditions where the ecosystem is intact, the predator is healthy, and the humans haven't done something to scramble the normal signals, like leaving food out, approaching wildlife, or eliminating the campfire because it seemed unnecessary. There's one last layer to this that I saved for the end because it's genuinely the most mind-bending part of the whole thing. We have been so effective at making the natural world afraid of us that it's now causing problems we didn't anticipate. That same 2019 UC Santa Cruz study didn't just document
What? They're going extinct?
that pumas are afraid of humans. It documented that this fear cascades through the entire food web in ways that are difficult to fully control. When
Yeah.
pumas avoid areas where humans are active, the deer in those areas face reduced predation pressure.
Reduce pressure?
Deer populations in those zones increase. That increased deer population overgrazes vegetation. Meanwhile, medium-sized predators, coyotes, bobcats, foxes, also reduce their presence near humans, which means the rodent populations they normally control start expanding. Everything
Okay.
shifts. And it shifts
Sure. So we are destroying the ecosystem.
because of us, because of our presence, because the fear we've generated
Yeah,
over
surprise.
millennia radiates outward through the ecosystem like a signal. We change the
Surprise,
behavior of
yep.
every predator
Elon need to take over the Mars side. Faster. I mean,
layer on the
to
continent
conquer the Mars side faster. So
without ever directly
could build a new savanna there, maybe. Yeah.
interacting with most of those animals. Just by being there. Just by being the thing that evolution told them to be afraid of. One species. One
I
inherited
think we already caused like a lot of species extinction, right? Yeah. So
fear. Ripples across the entire living world. The most dangerous animal on the planet is the one that figured out fire before it figured out everything else. The one that's been shaping ecosystems not just through what it eats, but through what it makes other things afraid to eat. The one that sleeps light,
Woo.
travels in groups, and carries 10,000 generations of successful survival
all right.
in its
Slow-
sleeps light, travels in groups, and
Look,
carries
this kind of look like straight from some cartoon though. Yeah. Why is this guy's head shaped like an egg though? Yeah. Okay, sure.
10,000 generations of successful survival
Very
in its
cool.
DNA. That's
such a
you.
good picture.
That's what you are. So, yeah. Next time you're lying in a tent in the middle of nowhere, listening to the sounds of the dark beyond the nylon wall, and you feel that little pulse of ancient anxiety, that's fine. That feeling kept your ancestors alive. But
Okay,
the thing
cool.
outside the tent, it's not coming in.
Woo.
It knows better.
Nice video, guys. Yeah. Why do predator ignore sleeping humans? Good stuff. In all fairness, I run from the sound of of most podcasts too. Yeah. Okay, I know that's somebody's gonna make comment from this.